Everybody, welcome back to Pallegney on Farming Simulator 25. Hope you're all doing well. So at the last episode we finished up, we were baling the grass fields down the bottom there. Got that finished. As you can see, I've taken on a harvesting contract. I've got the AI worker working up here, field 75 and soybeans. I'm working up there, and the bigger class up there with the trailer. We're going to go and quickly collect up these bales. We also need to collect our mowing contract that we did on 91. Also, I noticed in the sale, something I want to do something with is there's a muck spreader there. For doing muck, I had been looking at possibly this one, but with that one being in the sale and down to the price, I think we will go with that. 40% off. So we'll get that bought while it's in the sale, make the most of it. But we'll go gather up these silage bales. Be nice once we can't afford to buy these fields, we can make a track right down through the middle there to down the edge to these fields down the bottom. We'll get these collected up. I do know it is cheating using auto load, especially the 125 bales. You don't want to watch me for the next 4 hours sit here trying to load these on a trailer with a loader. We do have rain in the forecast again. It shouldn't affect our contract, hopefully. I have turned the speed down to ×1 just to try and combat the rain a bit. We will get some straw bales off of that field as well. But yeah, just trying to make a plan for what to do for the next couple of months, because as we don't have that many fields of our own, we're kind of limited to what we can do. We need to plough up these grass fields of ours. We definitely need to do that through the winter, ready for sowing grass back into it. So we're going to be we're going to cut right across this farmer's 2 fields, saying there's nothing in them. Make our life a little easier. It does really open up the back of the yard here, getting rid of the decoration and the extra silage pit. I guess there's a couple of bales in there anyway. So definitely looking to, as soon as they're fermented, be looking to get our buffalo. I'd love to turn these fields into cornfields to get some my silage done. Certainly be plenty of silage off of those fields. We're going to have a few bales. This field was a decent size. Definitely yielded off quite a few bales. I did have to fish one out of the river. Yep, the simple inspector is quite handy there at the bottom. I kind of know when the AI worker's getting filled. It's not a big header, it's soybeans. So he's only 30% full. And it's quite a big field, so he'll be in there for quite a while. I would like to upgrade our trailer as well, but again, that will depend on money. But we'll just go back up to the yard with this load and then nip over to the last field. Click those up. So just have a quick look to see how many we've got in stock there now. So grass at the moment, so we've got 42. I think if we're going to take straw off of this harvest, I don't think we need to keep it in storage at the minute. We could probably just sell it straight off the field. Give us a little bit of extra income. Some sure farmer Jean-Claude, we'll call him, doesn't mind us cutting across his fields that there's nothing planted in. This one's ploughed and the one above's cultivated, even though it's full of weeds. Oh, just a few out of this field down here to get, and then we will nip up, see how the worker's getting on. He's at 36%, so it's going to be a while before he's full. But it always seems like get more bales of silage because they're smaller. We've only been 3,500 compared to the hay bales that we had off of that 2 fields. It will be something we'll need to do with having a couple of extra grass fields now. For next year we'll certainly have enough hay, though the goats will survive off of grass. We will need hay for TMR. As far as I'm aware, I haven't done buffalo yet, but as far as I'm aware, they just take the same as cows. So that's all the bales there. I'm seriously considering switching traffic off, because the amount of traffic jams they've caused with trying to overtake and blocking each other is a bit frustrating. Then when you have to come back out on the road, like this guy's just a way to try and do. Or they turn in, not waiting for you. Like that guy's just decided to do it. Know what he's beeping his horn at for? It's him that should have been on dashcam footage on YouTube. See, this guy just pulls out even though I was there. There's no rhyme or reason to them at all. They are maybe slightly better than they were in 22, but still. Still not that good. So we'll get these unloaded in here. And let's have a look at what we're going to do for today. Now, obviously we, as I said, need to plough up and whatnot these 2 fields. So if we look at the crop calendar, what can we, when can and what can we do with grass? So yeah, we could plant it in March, or we could plant it today. Ideally, we could plant it today, and then it will grow ready at the beginning of the year. But yeah, we will need to do that through the winter. Don't really have any other options at the minute of what we can do unless we want to do some root crop harvesting, which I think at the minute I will probably say as a no. Our goats, plenty of water, plenty of food, we'll keep them going. 126 litres of goat milk, which isn't bad considering our goats are only 5 months old. So, do we look at contracts? So we've got some fertilising contracts there, which we could do with our new muck spreader. Some harvesting, and we've obviously got some liming contracts. Some more mowing, which I don't think we'll stick away from that. Some wood transport. So I think at the minute what we will aim to do is we'll use our new muck spreader here. We'll use our new muck spreader. What we're going to do is place down one of these silos from Game Enjoy, the Fieldwork Farm silo. We are going to reimburse ourselves the 10,000 that this is going to cost. Once we decide where we're going to put it. So ideally we'd want to put it down the bottom here somewhere. But apparently overlaps with another object, so if we do the free mode, we are going to put it right there. So we want to not fill vehicle, we want to add money, and we'll add back in the 10,000. So we can now buy our, hopefully, if I've done that right, we can get our manure from there for now until we have buffalo producing. But we should be able to get all our field supplies from there, seeds, even though we do have seeds, but seeds, lime, all the other bits and pieces. There's quite a few different ones in the store, in the pack. Bulk fill, animal feed, liquid, etc. So what I'll do is will go and pick up our muck spreader, and we'll head over to our 2 grass fields and get them done in a time lapse. Also go and empty the combine, and I'll be back with you all shortly. So I have bought the wrong silo, so we'll sell that. We are looking for the bulk fill station silo. Where's the containers? This is the one I was looking for, so that would explain why. So you got husbandry fill station for your animals, obviously, field workstation, which is the one we wanted, liquid, and a bulk fill station. So we are going with this one. Now, hopefully, this should work this time. Now, I'm not sure if this tractor is going to be able to do this, but we will find out. I've been over and emptied the combines first load. We do need to fertilise our barley field as well. So we'll get over to the field here. Get GPS set up, we'll jump in that time lapse, and I'll be back with you all very shortly.
Love
we're nearly finished with the contract and the muck spreading on that 2 grass fields. On the cut grass it's really hard to see the texture, to see where you've been. GPS is okay, but it's not perfect, that's for sure. We'll just come up and get this guy unloaded. As I said, I think we'll just sell this straw straight off the field. Not sure what sort of price we're going to get for it in November, but the I'm going to get a lot of bales off of this, and we're not going to need that many at the moment. Probably get the whole field in this trailer very nearly, I think. I'll be very close to it if not. So yeah, there's just a few bits, corners and little bits that misses with turning tight, just the shape of these fields. And that with something a bit wider spread you wouldn't necessarily have that issue. And I'm sure Environmental Agency will be loving me spreading muck right next to the river. We're still missing a bit in that corner. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. We can always top dress it once it's plied up and planted. But yeah, that was a full thing of manure, which wasn't that expensive. And we did both those fields with it with a bit left. And you could do it more conservatively. With using muck and manure, you can obviously do double application as well, so you can do 2 applications at once. Okay, we'll cut back this way. So we'll grab the baler and take it up to the contract field. And make a start on getting some of that baled up. So I shall see you up there. So we're going to end up with an extra silage bale here because it was nearly full of grass. That'll be fine, we'll just take that one back with us when we go back with the trailer at some point. So as you can see in the bottom right there is a red line and a wrapper icon next to the GPS for anybody who's never noticed it before, saying the wrapper is disabled because we are now baling straw. And there we're getting a bit more into the baler with bean straw bales, so instead of 3,500 litres I think it's going to be about 5.5. 5,000, is it? 5,000. So we'll bale this up until the harvester's finished. And then we'll get it unloaded and head for our delivery point. Tractor's maybe just on the edge of underpowered for this straw on the baler. It's not much of a hill, but it's a little hill, I suppose. Once it gets going, it's alright. But yeah, there is another huge field of soybeans there across the road. It'd be interesting to see how much that contract is worth. I don't think it'll be one we'll be doing. At least 2 fields of soybeans there, I think, by the looks of it. We need to wait for this to save every time you go into the menu. We're looking for that. So yeah, we've got 76 and 80 and 82, all big soybean fields. Switch all these back on so you can see what we have. So oilseed radish is something I've never done before, which might be a bit of fun to give it a try. I've never done it. I've been doing a lot of potatoes recently, tatties, spuds, whatever you want to call them. I've been doing a lot of that in multiplayer recently. But with the multi-fruit harvester. So what we'll do is we'll get to the top of this, we'll jump in the other tractor, get the combine unloaded. We will go and tip at our sell point, and then probably call the video there. I'll get this baled up in between episodes, and I think we've done quite a bit of baling over the last few episodes. I'll get this guy going. Hopefully we'll get it all in. Bit of a steep hill. I think the other tractor would definitely struggle with the trailer on. But at least we're getting to see a bit more of the map now. Obviously a bit further up the map than we normally are. We're well on the other side of the bridge. So we got it all in, which is good. I'll just fire the combine back down here. Out the way for now, for baling. Right, where are we heading to? Field 75, and we are going to the cooperative, which is at the back of the store, so that's not too bad. We want to tag the place just to be on the safe side. So yeah, 96% full trailer, so that was not too bad. We'll get some beacons on and we will go in cab, I suppose. Flatten that bush. So yeah, I would like to get a bigger trailer. Although as you can see on some of the steeper hills on the map, we are struggling even with our bigger harvester. And I've just noticed that the last few videos I have forgot to change from pounds to euros again for being in France. But well, I always play in pounds, so I'll maybe remember to change it one time when I jump in to do some recording. Then, like today, I've recorded 3 videos just simply with how busy I'm going to be at work over the next couple of weeks. So to get a few ready for you all to come out, so there's trying to keep ahead so that you always have content there if you want to watch it. So now I guess it is in here we are looking to tip. So I hope you've all enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There's a link to my Ko-fi sponsorship also there if you wish to sponsor my content at all. There's a few perks for it. Early viewing of my videos, invitations to multiplayer, whether it be videos or live streams, and there'll hopefully be a community multiplayer in the future. No, we did get an extra 4.5 grand there from selling soybeans, which does help a little. But on that note, we'll call that video there. I'll get that straw baled up and sold, and I'll be back with you all again soon. Farming Simulator 25. Thanks for watching.